What's going on, all you bums, you lazy pieces of shit? Here we go. We're finally here. I found this baggie. I got a lot of tools, believe it or not. I've picked them up over the years. And in here, yep. I don't know how they got in here, but they're in here. Take a look at these babies. Oh, you can't see them. Like I said, we're using the built-in eyesight on the iMac, which is actually pretty nifty. It really beats the production cost of, okay, say I do a video like this, filming with my Canon or my GoPro or anything else. Fuck, if I even use the eyesight camera, it's going to, I have to record it, then I have to edit it, then I have to produce it. It takes like 3 or 4 times. We got this weird tool. I use this kind of for separating the shell. You're gonna see we're gonna use that. I call this a devil's tongue or a earwig ass. These things I haven't found a use for this yet. I don't know what you use it for. Of course, your standard Phillips head. All these go into that hex set, which is pretty nifty. I'll try to find you one. You can buy it through here. All right. By the way, that saw, we're doing a video on that saw. Trying to figure out if these cocksuckers will pay. Pardon the language. But it happens. Like I said, we're at 50 man or 50 woman minutes, 50 minutes of work. It's probably going to take another 25. I'd like to knock this out in 25 minutes. Then, actually flight testing, doing all that shit. It's going to take all day. It's already 1:40. It's Friday. It's the last day. The bank's closed 5:30. If you don't get to the bank, you forget about chasing storms. You got to get your money out. You got to get ready. All right, crew. Let's dig in. All right. Now I'm going to show you 2 things that I was going to show you. Excuse me. And I didn't show you because I thought it would be bad. But let's just say you're in a real bind. All right. You've got a wedding that you've got to film, or a golf tournament that you've got to film. The storm of the century is coming, and you just don't have the part. You can take these needle nose, or as really close as an ESD11. And we've also got this pentalobe. This is a pentalobe for iPhones. It's a 5-sided screw, and it's very small. That may work. So what we're going to do is we're going to try both of these, even though let me just go ahead and confirm that we do have the proper size, which we may still not have the proper size. Yeah, this one's almost there. This is just a little too small. And then this is just a little too big. What a drag. We've got 5 of these and we don't actually have the size that fits. And then there's construction grade for those of you who do framing or fence work, building wooden fences or anything. These are 6-sided screws, decking screws, 3-inch, 3.5-inch golden screws. And they have little digs in there. They're great for crucifying Christians. Just kidding. I'm gonna kick you out for that. Anyway, don't forget to check out the Satanic Bible. That penelope is not working on that hexa. So see how there's this little pivot. Watch this. Yeah. I guess it looks like you and I are caught in that situation that we described, that worst case scenario where we don't actually have the bit we need. So what we're going to do is we're going to try the standard Phillips head. I don't know if y'all can see. Again, we're using the eyesight, built-in eyesight on an Apple iMac. And we're going to start to dig in with this Phillips. And it is removing. You can see right here it is having some use. And of course we got some frame damage on the drone itself. Right here. Let's try to get this out. It's almost out. Now doing this, I just want you to know, is going to begin to strip the metal. We've got it out. Are y'all seeing that? You can grab it. That's a long screw. That's one of the securing screws that's supposed to hold the airframe together at the tips of the aircraft. Alrighty. So let's move this gimbal over just a notch. And we're going to start on this. Separating the airframe. As you see, we've broken that part of the shell loose. And separate that, we're going to use that doohickey. And we're going to try to look at you. See that come right out? This is good. This was a good kit. I mean, you can't, I don't give a shit how bad it is. I mean, for $5 or $6. Or if you're really sharp, you know, kids don't tell your parents, but you can get a 5-finger discount. You know what a 5-finger discount is, don't you? See the tornado back there? It goes right down in the stove. That's 5-finger discounts when you steal something from the store. You people ever steal? You ever shoplift? Oh, look at that. Did a little shoplifting right there, didn't we? I don't. I don't shoplift. You know, we don't shoplift, and I don't recommend you shoplift either. You know why? Because when you shoplift, sometimes damaging things happen, particularly on an SF-86. For people that are following me, if you guys want to be a rock and roll star, if you want to live the adventure of a lifetime, and you want to join the military, I'm working right now. You can sign a deal with me. I can get you squared away. I can get you coached in for $19.99 $95 a month. That's $1,995 a month. You don't need to go to West Point. You don't need to go to Wharton. I will get you squared away for about $2,000 a month. And, it's a good deal. But anyway, here you see that right there is broken. That broke in a crash. This one right here, I don't know if you can see that. That piece of plastic is supposed to secure in place. That's damaged probably by being too rough. Breaking this thing loose. The shell can be rough. That's in place. These securing brackets are in place. That securing brackets in place. So I'm not that concerned. You can screw it down. I mean, as long as the system works. So like I said, the FAA inspector may tell you otherwise. And then, of course, you see this beautiful grain here, this weird ribbon cable, which came out. If people remember that. So there we have it. Yep. There you have it. What we're going to do is we take the aircraft. It's a pretty wicked piece of equipment, ain't it? Yeah, this was the state of the art at the time I bought it. State of the art right now is 4. Don't forget, so here we have this. You see the payload slides in here like that. It's a real small chip. But it has a tremendous amount of power, 32 gigabytes in that, and high speed. So here's the first step that I recommend is we have this mounting plate. We're going to need to figure out how this mounts. Let's see. Man, I wish I could get you in closer. See right here? This is where your ribbon cable is going to go. It seals off right here. Unless, I guess you can go this route. No, that ain't the route. The route goes that way. And that actually protects it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just mount that. Well, I don't know. I'll move it very slowly into place, kind of like we had it here. The first step is going to be taking that. Take your flat handled things here and just kind of grip it. You don't want to shove it down that hole, or however you do it best. You've got to get this cable down that hole. It may be a little challenging. Turn it upside down, that backwards clamp. It's really neat. The ergonomics of it. See, we're running right into this USB port. It looks like we're missing a jack here for that USB. So we're gonna run that cable down. We're gonna run that cable down. And we're gonna take this. We're gonna put that in place like that. So it might not be, that's kind of wicked. It's gonna be really harsh on that. So we may just wanna let that hang for a minute. That's gonna go right there. And that, I think you'd be hard pressed. You would have to rotate the craft like that. Do you see that? We're rotating the craft. Feeling for, we don't see it down there. No, there it is right there. You want to take your dull edged things and just drag it out. This probably ain't how they recommend you in flight school, but if you're in a jiffy, you gotta do this. And there you have it. We're pulling it up. You install that. Into the logic board. And you pull the slack down through here. So what we're gonna do this rotation. We're gonna get back here. We're back. We're gonna pull this. Just get a little more slack. A little more slack out of that board. And again, we're gonna test and see. We're approaching 25 minutes. We'll make sure that that ain't gonna get damaged, and that double check that it's nice and tight and secure. Now again, we don't have the GPS installed, so it may or may not turn on. So we're gonna show you that. Again, these are neat little things that you really need to pay attention to if you're serious about owning a drone. At least one of these Phantom 3s. I don't know how it flies with those other ones, but they want you to connect with the satellites and shit before you take off. It's not just like you pop it in and fly. So here we are. Watch the gimbal. See what happens? Nothing. That ain't good, man. That ain't good. And that, that gets you to thinking, well, maybe the gimbal's fried. The gimbal may be done. It may be done. I don't know. You hear it making a sound? Can you hear that beeping? Again, we've only got 5 more minutes left. Less than 5 minutes left. 4 minutes left, crew. So we're gonna imagine the tornado's coming in. And we got an arrow there. Better to have it in the lab than at the field. Going on a minute. And there we are, connected wireless. Connected to the camera. And wow, take a look at that. Look at that, crew. Who's that dummy? That's me, man. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit. Well, look at that. Isn't that weird? Look, you hit this button to record. You see that little blue green line we're getting right there? Okay, see where it says SD? You all see that? This is something you may encounter if you ever see that green line. As an indication your SD card's full, in which case you can come in here. We're almost there. We only got a minute 30 left. Go to your equipment. Your battery settings, your flight time. There's your discharge, like I said. So it doesn't appear to have that option. Formatting the chip. So you're going to want to make sure that you format the chip. Clear the video cache. So these are some pretty neat features on here that are pretty heavy. And what we're going to do now that we confirm that that works is we're going to go ahead and we're going to clear those files, format those disks, and we'll see you in the next installment.